I'm meteorologist John Dawson with your Fox 26 YouTube tropical forecast. And before we kind of dive into things, because a little bit of a spoiler alert here, it is very quiet out in the Atlantic Basin as far as the tropical activity is concerned. But I want to take a moment here at the beginning and just give a shout out. The director of the Hurricane Center, Ken Graham, has been promoted. He's no longer the director of the Hurricane Center. He is now the director of all of the National Weather Service. So that's a big promotion, and I just want to take a moment to give a shout out to Ken Graham and congratulations for that. Again, moving from director of the Hurricane Center to the director of the National Weather Service. Now, the deputy director of the Hurricane Center, Jamie Rhome, is now taking over that interim position as the director of the Hurricane Center. So I think a congratulations is in order there as well. I'm hopeful that both of those gentlemen continue to do great things in the positions that they're in. I had the opportunity to meet both of them and hang out a little bit with at the National Tropical Weather Conference this past summer or this spring. And again, great to meet those gentlemen. And again, good luck with what you're doing. And I'm glad you're in those positions. And I hope to see you again, even with these promotions or maybe even short-term or temporary promotions at least, to back again next year in South Padre Island at that National Tropical Weather Conference. It's a great event. Really gathers everybody that's tropically related together and really able to discuss some things. So, as I mentioned, quiet across the Atlantic Basin. The Caribbean right now looking very quiet. We look out into the Atlantic, sort of same thing. Not a lot going on that we're really going to talk about. So just a quick reminder, though, as what we're looking at for this time of the year. Different times of the year, we sort of have different focuses. So in the month of June, one of the primary spots that we look for is down in the southern portions of the Gulf of Mexico, where things can run kind of quickly get going, and it doesn't give us as long of a time. We still have a few fronts that kind of move through, and like what we're seeing right now in Texas at least, this high pressure ridge that would build in would also help to kind of protect us a little bit from something if it were to develop this early in the season. The Western Caribbean is also an area that we watch very closely, and if you'll remember with Tropical Storm Alex, this is where it started off, and then it sort of just skirted right across South Florida and then out into the Atlantic. So it was leftovers from Agatha, and then that's where Alex started out. So we're again kind of keeping an eye on things there. And one more spot, I think maybe not quite as noticeable or not as historically speaking as active as these other two areas, but definitely over here in the Bahamas, there is an opportunity for things to develop. And technically speaking, this is where Alex became tropical. It was almost a tropical system. It sort of acted tropical, but it didn't have all the characteristics to be a tropical cyclone as it moved across the Caribbean. Once it got out here, the upper level winds died down enough that it gathered all of those necessary characteristics to be a tropical cyclone, and then of course it headed right out into the Atlantic. So that's kind of what we're continuing to look for. Great. Just a quick reminder, we need to be thinking about hurricane season and our plans for that. Download the Fox 26 weather app. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram for more information on helping you to prepare for the season. And we'll be back again, of course, tomorrow with another update here on YouTube.